It is day 111, and I've got to start out day 111 with a huge thank you to Aaron. Aaron, I saw your donation yesterday afternoon, and just amazing, your generosity. I can't thank you enough. Thank you, thank you. You know what, now I'll thank you in person. Hopefully I'll stop in on my way back from Maine and say hi. And like I said, thank you in person for your amazing generosity. Can't say enough about it and what it does to motivate me and just put a spring in my step, so to speak. I'm here at Sage's Ravine campsite. You can see I tented on a tent platform for the first time, which is really nice. Obviously it's flat and it rained all night and you don't get any moisture on the tent platform. It drains obviously, and you get no mud on the tent, although the tent can't help but get wet. It's nice and clean anyway. So kind of a nice setup. I guess there's more and more of them as I head north, so that'll be cool. Today, I was about to say it's an easy day, but it's a shorter day as far as miles, but there's 3 big mountains between me and Great Barrington. I think it's like 14 miles, and there's Mount Race, Mount Everett, and one other big one too. So it's a shorter day miles-wise, but maybe not so easy. So we'll see how it goes. But like I said, the weather is just awesome and incredible. So once again, hey Aaron, thanks so much. This is Sage's Ravine where I camped last night. Campsites are across the bridge. I just walked across it to continue on the AT, but campsites are up there. There's even a caretaker some of the time. That's what the big green tent is, because it's such a fragile and popular spot. So there's a caretaker some of the time. But you can see really pretty. There's actually, they said it's really popular, but there's only myself and one other couple here last night. So definitely one of my favorite spots so far on this trip. And I think, yep, the AT goes that way. And well, it's going to be a beautiful day. Everything is wet, and wet rocks are slippery rocks. So, wow, what an amazing spot this is in Sage's Ravine. The sunlight coming down through the trees onto the creek. You can see the path here. Thought it was going to be all rocky, but seems like it's not too bad. With the path here right along the creek and the ravine. Sunlight coming down through the trees. Great little swimming hole, huh? And some places to jump in. Looks like kind of a smooth, pebbly bottom. I can see why it's such a popular spot. All right, this is a little bit better, a little more welcoming. All right, Massachusetts, 10 down, 4 to go. Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. And let's see if I can do the first 10. Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut. I I think that's 10 and 4 to go. There's Twin Lakes, which I had a view of yesterday from back in that direction where I came from. Headed up there. Still on my way up Mount Race, but some awesome views along the way. And at least the exposed rocks like this are starting to dry out, which is really nice. The rocks that are in the trees are still soaking wet, but these are dry at least. I'm on top of Mount Race, one down, 2 more peaks to go. The big one is next, right there, Mount Everett. Not Everest, not Mount Everest, Mount Everett. You see the peak there in the clouds just a little bit. That's the big one for today. So it's just so quiet and peaceful up here. I'm the only one up here this morning. All right, Mount Everett, let's see what you got. Just on my way up Mount Everett, but this is different. Different but appreciated, especially with the steepness and the fact that the rocks here in the trees are all really wet. Makes for slow going. This is the top of Mount Bushnell, and at least there's a little bit of a view here. The highest of the 3 mountains today, Mount Everett, there was no view at the top really at all. The first one, Mount Race, had the best view. It's amazing to me. Someone way, way down there in the distance was mowing their lawn, and you can hear it clear up here. Pretty nice. Especially so since it's 12 o'clock, and I think that's the last big mountain of the day. That's a nice feeling. It's coming down off of Mount Bushnell, and I have to say Massachusetts could use a little refreshing on their blazes. Especially you get somewhere like this, it's a little bit confusing. Like that is I think, that's actually what a lot of blazes look like so far in Massachusetts. Sort of a faded blaze on the rock. And a lot of the blazes, there aren't a lot of blazes on the trees, white blazes. Oh, there's actually a good one as soon as I start talking about it. But a lot of them are faded and peeling, and you're not sure whether it's a blaze or not. So you get into sort of an open rock area or a not clearly defined area. It's a little bit hard to follow. Of course, now they're coming clear and frequent as soon as I talk about it. Anyway. And down out of the mountains, and just a couple miles to the Great Barrington road crossing. Those pretty wildflowers. That will do it for day 111. That's the road crossing for Great Barrington, where I have a room at the Travel Lodge waiting for me, and a special date with a vast quantity of ice cream. Been thinking about that for many miles. See you tomorrow.